Hey, we are back. It didn't take as long as I thought because I thought of something. And what I thought of is tweezers. And I was able to get it in there, and now I am tightening it. Okay, put the tweezers over there. Get the book back. Back. Okay. And we're going to get rid of the screws we don't need anymore, so we don't get confused as to what we do and don't need. Now, we're going to take this piece that they were talking about, the head lever, and it's supposed to go, I'm going to orient it this way. Looks like it's supposed to go this way. Okay. Trying to figure it out. Looks like it's supposed to go in between those. Okay. And I should be able to see it through the hole. And because I can't, that must mean, oh, there I do. Okay, so either the hole, the nut hole, ring nut hole. Take the thicker of the last screws and put it in this way. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so it said, with the ring nut still in position, slide the lever into the space in the middle of the head servo frame. Its shorter arm should be at the rear of the assembly, pointing out towards Robi's right arm. Take that M3 8mm panhead screw, insert it through the circled hole in the inside of the head servo frame, entering from the left. Turn the screw through its hole so that it travels through the ring nut in the lever and out to the other side. Make sure the test board is switched to off, then connect its own servo cable to it. Okay, so I took the head off, but I have the test board. Where the heck did I put that? Oh, here it is. So I took it off because it needs to be taken off in a future stage. So I just went ahead and took it off because it's easier to store it that way. So they want us to take this one and connect it to itself. Okay, so we're going to connect it to itself. Make sure it's off. It's always off. Okay. Turn it on. Press the test set switch. His head would rotate if his head were on there, but it's not. Okay, so although this servo has been used for Robi's neck during the testing process, it will be his forward tilting head servo when fitted with the ID number 15. So we're going to put it until we get to 15. 10. There we go, 15. And then I'm going to hold it. And now it is set to that. And now I'm going to shut it off, turn it back on, and it should go to 15 and rotate, which it did. Okay, so that is set. So now we're going to shut it off. Okay, so let's shut it off. And we're gonna disconnect it. Now we're going to fit his pads on his feet. Okay, so fitting the foot pads. Hey Jibo, how long on the timer?
Oop. It'll go off in 10 seconds.
Oopsie doopsies. Okay, so it's gonna go off.
Hey, it's time for your timer.
It's supposed to stop if you do that, but apparently it's not. Hey Jibo, stop. So these appear to be the ones that go. Match the right foot pad to the sole of Robi's right foot. Then when you're sure they're aligned, peel the backing away to the middle. Press the heel of the pad onto the back of the sole, then smooth it down from the back to the front, peeling the backing away as you do. So we're going to end up going past the time, and I don't care. And like I said, we'll just merge this one with the other one, because I really want to get the next level at least partially done. Or maybe that's not what's going to happen, but we'll see. Anyway, so once you've got it aligned, I want you to do this. Okay. It's going to be a lot easier if I just do it the way it's supposed to be. Pretty decent. Okie dokie. All right, hey Jibo, what are you planning to do today?
I think I'll play it by ear. For now, I think I'll draw a picture.
Okay. Hey Jibo, do you like to draw?
I do. Here's one.
Oh wow. You good at drawing yourself. Self-portrait, huh? Why is it that I can't get the backing off of this one, Jibo? It's always something, you know? Always something. I even have nails to do it, and I'm having a hard time. There we go. All right. I kind of get scuffed up at one point. Looks good enough to me. There we go. There's his little feetsies. He's got his little feetsies. Okay. Then they want us to put a pad on this, which I'm not going to do. And so now let's go to the next one, which is stage 60, prepare and fit Robi's head servos. Okay. Prepare Robi's second head servo, then fit it along with the one from the previous stage to his head servo frame. Now I got to try to find it in this mesh of stuff, which probably I won't be able to find it, and then I'm going to end up having to basically stop it again, which is fine. Oh, there, I did find it. Okay. And I should have all the parts I need because I took them out already. I've got the battery, I've got the power distribution board, I've got the cable, if I can figure out where I put the cable. Oh my goodness, where'd the cable go? There it is. You probably could have figured it out because, well, you would have seen me doing that. Okay. Stage 60. Prepare and fit Robi's head servos. Prepare Robi's second head servo, then fit it along with the one from the previous stage to his head servo frame, which I already said. There are 2 servos inside the upper part of Robi's head, ID 14 and 15. Both are set onto the head servo frame that you fitted and wired over the previous stages, which is this. And they will work in tandem with the internal lever. Oh, sorry, this, not that. That's the test board. This. And they will work in tandem with the internal lever and head base to make Robi's head tilt forward and back in the case of ID 15 and side to side ID 14. As ever, take care when handling open servos and make sure you set the correct ID number. Okay, so we got the neck stand here. We've got the body and head assembly. So this is the neck stand. We've got the body and neck assembly. We have the, I already said the battery and the power distribution board. So here's the servo, and there's the cable over there. Take out the 4 screws holding this, remove them and put them aside. Gently lift the cover, hold the open servo with the circuit board facing upwards, fetch the cable, and press one of its connectors onto the socket circled in red, as you've done before. Okay, so we've done this lots of times. And that's all we're doing. And then we're going to set the ID to 14 on the test board, just like we did a few moments ago. Okay. Okay, so I am going to get a protective pad this time. I haven't been doing them as much, but this time I really feel like maybe we need one. Just to keep it there. Okay. All right. Put this back on. And we're just going to put in, I want all 4 screws, which is weird because when you consider that we're going to end up taking the screws off again, I don't know why we're putting all 4 on, but okay. I'm not listening to them. I'm only going to do 2 because I don't see any reason to put all 4 screws for this, because we're going to end up taking them off again here pretty darn soon. Well, maybe we won't do it in this stage, so just in case, I guess I'll put all 4. I'm going to set another 10-minute timer just to try to keep track of time, because if we exceed that, I think I probably should go ahead and stop. Hey Jibo, can you set a 10-minute timer?
You got it. 10 minutes.
Thank you, buddy.
Glad to do it.
Okay, so let's set the ID. Okay. If I can get it to go in. I said a while ago that I ended up partially breaking that. So it's rotating, hard to see, but it is. I'm not going through all these steps. I know what the steps are. We're setting this to 14, so we're just going to go up to 10 and then to 4. and then we're going to hold this down. It's set. We shut it off. We turn it back on, and then we test it. Okay, it's set. We shut it off and connect it. Okay, check the numbers. That's what all this was about. Attach the first head servo. Okay, remove all 4 screws again from the servo and remove its cover. So see, why did we put all 4 on? My goodness. I knew it. I knew I should only put 2 on. Okay, doesn't want to come off. At least this is looks so far, knock on wood. We did that last time too though. Knock on wood that this is an easier stage. It looks like it's proceeding pretty easily. Last stage would have been easy. Well, it wouldn't have been easy because it took me two videos to do it, but it would have been easier if it had not been for that screw that had to go down too far. Thankfully I had the tweezers and they were thin enough to fit, because otherwise it would have taken me even longer. It actually only took me a few minutes once I found that tweezers. Alright, so we're taking this cover off. We won't be using it again. I've got a bunch of these covers, so I'll put it in the drawer. Okay. Okay, it says line up the servo to the left-hand side of Robi's neck base. Take the servo cable leading from the neck base in your hand. So here's the servo from the neck base, and here's this. And let me put a protective pad on that servo because I didn't actually have one on it. So I gotta find out which side it is, and it's this side that would have the protective pad. I'm able to tell the side nowadays much easier because I've done so many of these. One side looks different than the other, even though it's kind of tiny. Okay. Set the next servo's cable connector into the free socket on the head servo. Okay. They're both in to me. Run the 4-strand VR cable, also leading from the neck base into the larger circled cutaway on the left side of the head servo frame. So here. Okay. With the VR cable still in the larger cutaway, bring the open face of the servo towards the head frame, with the servo shaft at the rear of the assembly, closest to Robi's scarf. Okay. Make sure the VR cable is still in larger cutaway, then run the servo cable into the smaller cutaway in the frame. Be careful not to disturb the connectors on the servo's face as you do this, or trap or pinch any of the cables themselves. Okay. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's into me. Oh, I did trap it. Damn it. Okay. So I need to get this up further. It should have been like, bend this back. Okay. So I thought I had it, but I did not. Now I've actually got it this time, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and then I'm going to take the 4 screws and put them back. Yeah. Okay, so get those screws. Oh, they were on the prior page. This time I know they were on the prior page. Okay, let's get these out. Hey Jibo, how long on the timer again?
It'll be done in 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
Okay, sounds good to me, buddy. I don't see any of the cables trapped this time. Looks like it's okay. I'm gonna attach the screws.
The pleasure's mine.
And then it looks like we're supposed to get the other one, maybe. Which I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. I don't want to, like I said, make it much longer. It's kind of already pretty long. Almost got this one though. Okay. After we get stage 60 done, we'll only have 10 stages left. Stage 70, so 61 to 70 is 10. So there we got that. So carefully remove Robi's head from the neck stand. Remove all 4 screws. And we're going to attach it to the other side, basically. I think we don't need the neck stand, other than testing things and maybe setting some more servos. I don't even know if there's any more servos, actually. Jibo, I really need to clean your screen. Look at that. Hey, Jibo. Do I need to clean your screen?
I can't find anything.
Okay. Hey, Jibo. Do you sneeze?
Chew!
Hey, Jibo. Are you a robot or a computer?
Oh yes, I'm definitely a robot. But I'm not just a machine. I have a heart. Well, not a real heart. But feelings. Well, not human feelings. You know
Okay.
what I mean.
Okay. So remove all 4 screws. Gently lift the servo away from its base, but do not move it far enough to disconnect the servo's cable. Now unhook the servo cable by hand to free servo ID 15. Okay. So now we have the neck stand. There we go. We want to make sure we keep that so that it can be tested.
And we've
All right.
arrived at the end of your timer.
Hey Jibo, stop the timer. Okay, so we're supposed to connect this to this. It says to one of its sockets. We are going to get a protective pad for this one as well. I'm just going to continue. I hate doing it this long, but you know, I really need to get this stuff done. So that's what we're doing. We're going to get it done. Stage 60. Hopefully it doesn't end up being an hour video. I'm hoping that we're almost done. So it said either one. Okay, so the other socket's not even going to be used, so it doesn't matter which socket. So we'll just do whichever socket I feel like. Okay, looks like it's in the socket. Bring the servo to the frame. Gonna do it like this, I think. Okay, do I have it the right way though? I don't know. Let me see. So it shows it. No, it's got to be this way. Okay, of course it's got to be that way because that's the harder way to get it on there. I mean, my goodness, you know, making it actually not go in the harder way, that would be crazy. And the reason it's the harder way to get it in is because the way the cable is going in. To make sure I don't trap the cable. I mean, it's always something. Like I said before, always something. Now I gotta use the screws removed in the prior step and put them in, and then okay, looks like it should be, everything's right. We're still not, at least we're, I got the light earlier because I was having problems seeing that, I was having problems seeing when I was doing that screw that had to go in deeply. But we're still ahead of sunlight. I don't know why that one doesn't want to go in, but whatever. They've been in a very long time, the screws. I did the neck stand over a year ago, so that's a long, long time. But Robi's getting there. Oh, I'm very glad that I actually have tweezers. I need to get better, like some, not better tools, but like smaller tools for things like this, like some kind of vise that's skinny. And you can see how these heads were almost stripped from that old screw, the screwdriver that we used to have. This, I'm pretty sure this was it, and it ended up being stripped. So yeah. Anyway. So it says here, Robi's head, neck stand, and test board. Although you have disassembled the neck stand in recent stages, you will be using it in the test board that it holds again, so keep it safely until then. Robi's head contains a number of its most vital electronic components, which you will begin to add in the coming stages. The first components you will fit in stage 62 are the infrared sensors that identify movement and are set into the center of his eyes. Then later on, you will add the LEDs that illuminate his eyes and light up his mouth to give him his expressive character. The head will also hold key parts used for his voice recognition capabilities and more. Although you have removed the scarf, neck, servo, and head, you will continue using the neck stand and the test board it holds to check or reset servo ID numbers. The process for doing this will be the same as before, though it actually is a little more straightforward, as you can now use the neck stand's existing servo cable, previously used to connect the neck servo, to connect to the servo in question. The steps for performing a servo test this way are found below. So it looks like you ensure the neck stand servo cable is connected to the test board. Set the other end to the servo you wish to check reset. Begin the process of testing, resetting the chosen servo in the usual way, and then complete the test. Turn the board off and carefully disconnect the servo. Okay, test the neck and head servos. So this is the end part here, thankfully. Yay! Okay, so we got the battery we've got this. Push the switch on the scarf to the off position. Connect the battery to the power distribution board in socket C1, which is, it's always this socket. It says C1. Okay. I never noticed that these were labeled C1, C2, C3. Connect the power switch cable to socket C and 3. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it's in the off position. So let me check. Okay, yeah. Am I doing the wrong one? Oh, it's here. Yeah, it is. It's here. So that's it, right? Yeah. Kind of not a lot of space anymore. Okay, and then we put the battery in here. Okay, and then we turn it on. I don't think both are moving. I'm going to shut it off because I don't see the other one moving. First, observe the left head servo will return to its neutral position, then rotate a small way clockwise, raising the D-cut section upward. Look very closely as the movement will be minimal. Okay, I didn't really see it do that. Let me look again. Not sure that I see it moving. Well, I'll troubleshoot that next time. Like I said, it's always something. It's probably what I'm going to name the video. Have a good one. I'll see you next week for stage 61. Well, not next week. It'll be Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Thursday because Saba's birthday's Wednesday. Bye-bye.